Good morning, YouTube. It is 4:01. My alarm went off at 3:30, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted, and I think I hit snooze 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Anyway, I'm gonna take you through the day in the life of a husband, father, special ed teacher who's training for Spartan Stadion in today's video. So first things first, I gotta do is I gotta go weigh myself and get my morning check-in and see what my weight is. So 216.4. Not where I want to be, but that's why you weigh it. So let's see if I'm making progress. But Sunday I had a couple cheat meals, so I kind of figured my weight would still be higher than what it was Sunday morning. But that is why I track my weight weekly. Because by tracking my weight every week, I can look back and see what I weighed last Tuesday and see if it's still lighter than this Tuesday, or if this Tuesday is still lighter than last Tuesday. So let me open up my breakfast. So this is technically meal 1, overnight oats. And this is what it looks like. $40 grams of oats, tablespoon of peanut butter, 150 milliliters of almond milk, and then 1 scoop of protein. So I'm going to eat this real quick and then get changed. It is 4:18, and it is my favorite part of my morning routine, possibly even the day. I really enjoy this next part. If you can't hear me that well, it's because my chiller for my ice bath is going right now. Just trying to get the chiller down and see what the temperature in the ice bath is. It's currently at 48. So it should be kicking off right now. But anyways, made my pre-workout. Basically 2 scoops of carbs. So we've got about 50 grams of carbs in there. And then my pre-workout, which has about 200 milligrams of caffeine. Hopefully this wakes me up. Now I'm gonna dive into my Fortify My Mind. This is when I read my daily devotional. Jesus Listens, really liking that. As soon as I am done with that, I will read Maxwell's Leadership Bible. Basically read 5 pages from the New Testament. Then I read Proverbs for whatever day it is. So today I will read Proverbs 19. Once that is done, then I usually have about 20 minutes to read personal development. And right now I'm working at the 5 a.m. club. 5 a.m. we're on that 4 a.m. club grind. Anyways, this usually takes me about 40-45 minutes. So like I said, I'll sip on my pre-workout. By the time I'm done, I will be ready to dive into this morning's workout. Mind is fortified. It is 5 o'clock. Now it is time to warm up, jump straight into the workout for the day. Probably gonna do a voiceover, that way it could be a little bit quicker and I don't have to keep pausing the video to talk, just because I am on a deadline since I have to be at work at 8:30. So I'll probably warm up for about 15 minutes and then jump into the actual workout. All right, so for today's workout, I kind of took like a full body approach, especially since it was in the morning and I just had to get effective. I've been throwing these in every once in a while, just to obviously switch up the routine and keep the body guessing. So today's workout, basically it was a push, pull, hinge, squat, or legs, and then carry. So to start off, the push movement I chose today was just 5x5 on bench press. I want to say I think it was 65% or 85% from my 1 rep max. So did a couple of sets obviously to warm up, since it is early in the morning, and obviously since I'm getting older, I'm realizing that I do have to warm up everything. So also when I do a 5x5, I will not just jump straight into it. I think I started with like 135, did a couple reps. I think I did 175, 185, and then once I felt warmed up, that's when I jumped actually into the working sets, which I think today it was just 225. So I did that for 5x5. I took 90-second rest in between. And then once that was done, the movement I decided to use for the pull was going to be barbell rows. And for this, I want to say it was like 4 sets of 8, I believe. Again, I'm not focusing on super heavy weight here. Obviously, I have a lower back issues, not the strongest lower back. So it's to get a good workout. Obviously, I want to lift heavy enough that the back gets a good workout, but I'm not lifting heavy enough that I possibly could injure myself. So that was the pull workout, or the pull movement, and then I went into the squat movement, which was today just front squats. This one was 3x10. I love doing front squats. The only problem with front squats, with me at least, is my range of motion when it comes to, I guess it would be my shoulders maybe, isn't the best, but I do like the way front squats feel. Again, not crazy heavy weight. I think this was 3x12 or 3x8. I can't remember correctly. I can't remember exactly what it was. Once that was done, then we jumped into the actual carry. So I think it was 100 feet, I want to say. Basically, it was 5, basically walk back and forth. So this is about 20-foot distance. So, I'm sorry, it was 140 feet. So I grabbed 60-pound dumbbells and just did basically 7 trips. I went one way, back, that's there and back is 2, there and back is 2. I did it 7 times with 60-pound dumbbells in each hand, and my forearms were taxed. My back, my legs, everything else felt fine. But my grip strength, I'm realizing, isn't the strongest, which is why I need to work on that, especially for the upcoming event. But that was the entire workout. Again, short, effective. If you're going to be doing this in the morning, you want it to obviously, I like the full body just because I'm able to hit, obviously, the full body. If I miss a day, it's not that big of a deal because I know I have a full body the next day. So just kind of my thought process when I throw in these full bodies every once in a while. But that was the workout. Strength portion of the workout is done. It is 6:05. Now I got to jump into my interval run. So that workout took about 51 minutes. So again, kind of quick, effective, which it has to be because I gotta get to work. And like I said in my previous video, is it ideal to do my strength training and then right after do like interval running? Probably not. However, if you are a parent You just gotta get your workouts in whenever you can and make the best out of every situation, which is pretty much parenting 101. So I inputted my cardio workout last night so that as soon as I start my watch, it'll run me through it. Basically, it's gonna be a 5-minute warm up at zone 2, so I should be able to breathe, nasal breathe the entire time. So my mouth I'm gonna try to keep shut, which is gonna be kind of hard right now because I'm still a little congested with this head cold. So I'm gonna do 5 minutes of that, and then I got 4 sets of 800-meter run, faster than my 5K pace. So I'm shooting for, according to my Coros, it says I can do a 5K at I think 7:37. So my goal is to probably do it at like 7:20, maybe even 7:15. That's what I set my watch to, so I'll get alerts of when I'm hitting that pace. So I'll do 800 meters at, we'll say 7:20. Then I get a 2-minute rest, which I'll just basically be walking, and then I'll run it back. So I got 4 sets of that, and then as soon as I finish that, contact is bugging me. As soon as I finish that, then I will do a 5-minute cool down, again zone 2. The goal is to be able to nasal breathe, and then I'm all done. So hopefully I'll be done with this workout about 6:40, 6:45 at the latest, which will give me plenty of time to go in, shower, eat, and get ready for work. So I'm gonna go knock this out real quick. That sucks. So, interval running messes with you. The first 2 minutes, or the first set around, I felt good on the 2-minute. Well, let me tell you what I had. That was 32 minutes, 52 seconds. I ran 3.21 miles, so basically a 5K. My average pace was 10:14. My best lap was 7:27. So like I said, my goal was to keep my intervals at about 7:15 to below 7:30. So first one I did 7:27, second one I did 7:28, fourth one I did 7:33, and fifth one I did 7:27. So all except for one of them, I kept them below 7:30, which was the goal. As for my perceived effort, that was extremely hard. The hardest part of the first one was to try and find my pace. I started off a little too fast. My watch read like I was running a 6:48. So I had to dial it back to a pace that I could hold. The second lap, I felt pretty good. Obviously it was my best lap. And I started at basically a 7:20 and was able to kind of maintain that. The third one is when I started feeling it, like it was hard for me to hang on the last like 1/16 of a mile. And the fourth one, that sucker was brutal. My legs were tired. It's hard for me to breathe. So I got it done. That's all that matters. I like interval running and tempo running just because it's a nice little switch up just from the traditional easy runs that I do. Easy runs can be kind of boring. Again, I know they're super effective, but they don't really feel that effective, as opposed to like right now, I'm beat and I got a lot of running in a short amount of time. So I need to get rid of this head cold though. So I'm gonna go in, shower, eat breakfast, head to work. Like I said, it's about 6:46 right now, so I'm right on schedule. 7:55, we officially made it to school. Do not have to be here technically until, or clock in, or I don't have to be here until 8:15. So this gives me, I'm actually running a little bit behind today. Still have a good enough time to prep, which I usually use this time to obviously eat my breakfast. I used to eat my breakfast at home, but then I would notice that I was like rushing. So now I make my breakfast, bring it to work. I did not prep any chicken breast last night, so right now I got a cup of egg whites, 2 whole eggs, a slice of cheese, some salt and pico de gallo. This is what it looks like. Nothing crazy. So when I get to work, my goal, first things first, see if anybody was added to my roster, like my actual classes. And then I also see if anybody was added to my caseload for my students with my IEPs, or their IEPs. And then today, and along with the first like 2 weeks of school, is really geared towards looking over my caseload, checking all the IEPs, and an IEP is basically like a educational plan for a student who has a learning disability, and then making sure that they are getting their accommodations, their services, and everything met in not only my class but their other classes. And then I also check my calendar to see if I have any upcoming IEPs, which I do. I have one on Thursday. So now I will look over that student's IEP since he is a freshman and just kind of game plan. I also like Tuesdays because Cassie and Adeline are usually up when I leave because Adeline has dance this morning, so they always wake up early to get her ready. So I gotta say goodbye to both of them. And I think Adeline told me about 5 times that she loves me. So it's a good way to start the morning. And like I've said before, why I'm a firm believer of morning routines and why you should really make it a point to do something mentally fortifying, like read or something in the morning, physically challenging, so you work out, you do yoga, you do something. I think you should do something outside in nature, and I think you should do something to strengthen your faith all in the morning. I think those are 4 like pillars that you need to have. I think if you do those, you are setting yourself up for mentally being at your peak performance before you step foot in whatever your job is. Now, does it work every single day? Absolutely not. I have my days where I'm tired. I still feel it. Like even right now, like me being not 100% with my health, being a little sick, I'm still not feeling 100%, but I guarantee if I did not do my morning routine of getting 2 healthy meals, working out, getting some steps in, reading the Bible, reading my devotional, reading some personal development, listening to some personal development, doing a run. Like if I didn't do any of that, then I would not be in the state that I am right now, even though I am sick. So if you're watching this video, make sure you have a morning routine that sets you up for success. The people in your life deserve your best. So it is 3:33. I am done with work. Work was a crazy day today. Absolutely crazy. We had a fire drill planned at 9:45, and then later we had another fire drill that we had to basically go out of class. And when it comes to students, and even me, usually once a fire drill goes off, it messes up the whole feel of the day. So the rest of the day is just chalked. So, and then we also had the power go out. So we had certain things that we were not able to use. So it was just a very interesting day, to say the least. But all in all, good day. Had some good conversations with some of my students. I think I convinced one kid to go out for the football team. He would be a phenomenal football player. So hopefully I'll follow up with him tomorrow, see how he's doing. But anyway, it's 3:33. I got a haircut in about 10 minutes. I'm about to pull up right now because your boy is looking pretty scruffy. So he's going to do my beard, my hair. My boy Levi's going to hook me up. So I'm about to go get my haircut, and then I will catch up with you guys after that. I just ate. I didn't show you guys my meals. I apologize. I'm terrible. But when I'm at work, I'm at work. I'm not thinking about vlogging, if I'm being honest with you guys. 10:40, I had my ground beef, 40 grams of rice, some vegetables, and then I just ate my Progurt, which if you want to see what that is, go back to my weekend day. It's the same thing I eat on the weekends. It's my afternoon snack. Like I said, about 3:30. This guy's a donkey head. That's cool. Just take up the whole lane. But anyways, I will catch up with you guys after I get out of my haircut, and I'll be looking like a brand new man. It's gonna be a good day. Bro, look at that. Look at that stud in the background. Bro, that looks good. All done getting my hair cut. I feel like a brand new man. Got the beard all lined up. Got the fade. Took a little bit off the top. Trimmed up the back. I don't know if you can see that. Levi is the GOAT. So it's 4:45. I have to be back at my school by 5:30, so I got about 45 minutes. I don't think it makes sense for me to drive home and then drive to work. Part of me kind of was gonna go stop by Adeline's class, but I know she's in class, so she's not even gonna see me. So I don't know. I may just head back to, if I get back to the school, I'll probably get there about a half hour early. So actually, I'm gonna call Cassie, see what she's doing, see where she's at. And then, like I said, I may just head to the school. Anyways, I will let you know. All right, so now it is 5:17. I just ended up going to stop by my house, drop off my backpack, drop off all my food for the day. I didn't have time to eat. I think they're supposed to feed us here, so I'm gonna have to probably go off diet if it looks like it's good. If it's not, then I'll just hold out and eat when I get home. Again, this is a training that I'm going to. Basically, it's for anybody who is possibly thinking about getting into admin, basically be a principal. They sent out a survey to see who was interested. I said I was interested. I had to fill out a questionnaire, and the questionnaire was basically saying, like, would you be interested in the next 2 years? Are you in a program? Would you be willing to get in a program? I was honest with them. I was like, I'm not interested within the next 2 years. I'm not in a program. I don't plan on getting in a program. And the main reason why is because, like I said before, I got probably 10 summers left with Adeline before she wants nothing to do with me. Just kidding, not nothing, but before she has like her own things she wants to do and hang out with. But right now I want to enjoy every second I can with my daughter. So I'm more just going to kind of see what it is. Also, I'm a firm believer you should always, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready kind of thing. I want to see what it's about, let them know that I possibly am interested in it. That way, whenever the time does come, if it's something I want to pursue, I kind of set myself up on the right track, if that makes sense. Because who knows? I don't know where I will be 5 years from now. 5 years from now, I'd be like, man, I really want to be a principal, yet I didn't do this kind of thing. So just keeping options open. I think I am a believer of that. I really don't want to go to this thing because, again, like, I got this tonight, and then tomorrow I got back to school night. And if you watch this channel and you know me, I love my nights with my wife and daughter. So they're literally leaving Adeline's class right now and about to head home. And while they're heading home, I'm heading back here. So didn't really want to do this, but if you sign up to do something, you got to follow through. So I'm going to go here. I think it's only an hour. And I think it'll be interesting to just kind of see. And then once I'm done with that, I'm hoping I get out at 6:30, maybe home by 7:30 at the latest. That is the plan. And then basically, guys, take you through that. It's a busy day. It's a busy day, but this is kind of what life looks like. Like I said, as a husband, as a father, as a special education teacher, and then also just a guy who's trying to prepare for his first Spartan Stadion. I think I'm 33 days out. So anyways, I should be there in about 2 minutes. I obviously am not going to film during the thing, so I'll catch up with you guys after. 7:50, just got home. It is time to eat my late dinner. Again, this is not the ideal time I'd want to be eating. Gonna have basically what I had for lunch, so let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Just 93.7 ground beef, 5 ounces, 40 grams of rice, some vegetable, cherry cola, my dessert, which I showed you guys last week. So I'm gonna eat this. And then as soon as I am done eating, unfortunately, since it's 8 o'clock, I need to prep. So I'm gonna pull everything out. I'm gonna cook my ground beef. I think I need to make rice. Oh my gosh, this burrito looks delicious. Probably gonna have to make rice. right here, 93.7. Got a new veggie, which I am trying. We'll see. I've never cooked them before, so we'll see what they taste like. Brussels sprouts. Basically peppers. And then I gotta do all my yogurts, my Pro-Gurts, my overnight oats. So it's gonna be fun. I'm not even gonna talk to you guys while I do it. I'm just gonna show you guys the end product probably in about an hour, right around 9 o'clock, and then I will go to bed. Well, I did it. It is 9:09. I'm gonna show you to prove. And you already see. 9:09 or 9:08. Alarm set for 3:30 tomorrow as I do this all again. This is what the final product looks like for my meal prep. So tomorrow is gonna be high carb day. So we got breakfast, lunch, afternoon snack, or no, I'm sorry, pre-workout, and then I'll cook the actual breakfast tomorrow. Morning lunch, afternoon snack, dinner. This is what my low carb day looks like. So it kind of looks the same, but it is similar. Like there's peanut butter in that one. This one, there's no peanut butter and no granola. The rice is also 20 grams, 40 grams, and so on and so forth. This is what it looks like. So it didn't take that long. Like I said, it took about an hour. One thing I did not show, I also cooked rice. Since I finished the rice, I cooked some rice for Adeline and Cassie that they could use for the rest of the week. And then also my chicken breast. Like I said, that's my post-workout meal. So the only meal I have to cook is every morning I do my chicken breast, which I microwave, and then eggs and egg whites. So I'm gonna package all this. And then if you are a husband, do not be the average husband and leave a mess in the kitchen for your wife. So I gotta package all this stuff, clean all this stuff, and then I'm gonna go sit on the couch with Adeline before I go to bed, and then I will wrap up this entire full day because I am tired. And like I said, I gotta be up at 3:30 in the morning.
So, funny story. Today, it's actually August 25th. It's a week after the day I started video taping this. And I just realized right now when I'm editing the video to post tomorrow, I never actually ended this week's video. So that's why I'm doing it right now. So recap, obviously you saw what a full day looks like from being, like I said, a husband, a father, and then a special education teacher. So you got to see everything. Obviously I'm prepping for my first Spartan Stadion, which again now it's like less than, I think it might be 30 days or less than 30 days out. But that's really what it looks like. Like I said, there's a lot of people that follow this channel that can relate to that because you guys are parents, you guys are trying to stay fit, you're trying to accomplish your goals, and at the same time trying to be the best parent you can to be to your child, and then the best spouse you can be to your spouse. That's really what this whole channel is about. So I wanted you guys to have a peek into what my day-to-day looks like Monday through Friday, because again, I'm not a content creator. I don't have my own business. I'm not a fitness influencer. I'm literally like most of you guys or girls watching these videos. So I try to keep it real. This week, since the last video, I've been kind of crazy. We had Adeline's first day of school yesterday, which was super fun. I actually got her whole desk right here set up. It was awesome. I will show you guys that in a different video though. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you guys have any questions about what my actual, like, any question you guys have about how I manage everything, please comment below. Like I said, if you have any questions, and then if not, you guys already know the motto: stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, don't be average. I will catch you guys in the next one.